My first question, as we wait for the great questions from the text to start rolling in. Wait a minute, we got them already.
Make it a good one, bro.
Josh from San Antonio, what's it going to take for Kelvin Joseph to leapfrog Antonio Brown and become CB2 on the football team?
I'll bet it'd be Anthony Brown he'd leapfrog.
Yeah.
Although Antonio might be able to play corner. He's got quick feet. The ability is there. The ability is there for him to beat him in training camp. I think there's a couple of things, and one is that coaches tend to side with veterans, and maybe not with like a first-round pick, but a mid-second-round pick. It's like, well, hold on now, can we trust you? And, I don't even want to say issues, but the things that people talked about with Kelvin Joseph during the draft process are well documented in terms of he's one of those guys that has multiple interests, and he says that football is number one, and if that's the case, and if he shows up ready to go, and if he plays the way that I think he can play, then he can take that job if the coaching staff is open to giving it to him.
Yeah, we'll know real fast. The practices that we get to watch, when they do the one-on-one stuff, the Cowboys receivers, we look at them as the strength of this team.
That's how you make it right there.
Yeah.
Lock up CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper a couple of times.
Exactly. You have a couple of times where all of a sudden, when Amari Cooper gets to practice, you're not giving him much space. Deflecting balls. Maybe you're down there in the red zone period. You're knocking balls away. Maybe you're getting your hands on maybe an interception or two. That's how you get noticed on film daily. If he goes out there and he's getting beat early and this confidence lacks and you could tell he's dragging a little bit, coaches will see that, they'll read that, and then he won't have a chance. He's going to have to make this switch. He's going to have to make this switch in training camp. I mean, he's going to have to win this job in training camp. And the only way he would get it during the regular season if there's probably an injury or something like that. But he's got to be ready to go, locked in, and have himself a good camp.
Man, you must be blessed with tremendous confidence to walk into an NFL training camp and be so confident the way you move and in your skills that you can put that all on display. And I guess
you got kicked off 2 college teams, got picked in the second round.
Yeah.
I would have a lot of confidence in my ability.
Yeah, I'm in that talent indeed. Okay, a lot of people talk about the secondary being an issue. Would you guys bring in Steve Nelson or Gary and Conley as the 4-6-9?
I wouldn't mind if those guys continue to stick around, if they brought in a veteran, proven corner. But the only thing is, I think the Cowboys view that as what they have.
Yeah.
Like, we have a veteran that we're lining up out there if we need a veteran to play. I am worried about the secondary. I think that if they decided to spend some money to feel like they had upgraded what could be a starter or the depth or whatever, I'm on board. Because me personally, I'm a little worried going into a year planning on Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis, Trevon Diggs as my 3 starting corners, because none of them are good. And Trevon Diggs, don't get me wrong, he has ability, and I think he can be good, and he will be good. But the 3 guys who are starting for you right now, their track record in the NFL, none of them has a good season in the books.
Yeah, Richard Sherman would be the guy that I would go get because I think he would help the young corners, the ones you drafted, but it also give you a veteran corner that's lined up and played well in big games. The Cowboys are going to be in some big games where they're going to have to get some stops. Richard Sherman's a guy that can go out there and do that.
Yeah, that would be cool if they bring in a veteran. I think they're so hell-bent on trying to be as cheap as possible at every spot. Once they have rookies and depth, they're like, let's give these guys a chance because one might break out and then we could save a bunch of money. And maybe if a guy is available after camp and after both Nashawn Wright and Boss Man Fat fail, maybe it would be possible at that point.